Well, good evening on this wonderful Saturday night. The sun's starting to go down. I thought I'd come out and chat with you for a little bit. It's been a busy day. It's one of the first 2 days I've been able to get up and do things since my accident last week, which I'm glad I could get up and get around because I'm getting ready to do a powwow next weekend in Missouri. I'll post the address later. I hope y'all will come out. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. Wonderful people there. The drum on Sunday afternoon, I swore was so strong that it would just not only knock you off your seat, but disrobe you at the same time, emotionally. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. I know it is. Anyway, I've been busy and working on some stuff, new stuff, old stuff. And y'all have been reading my post about the possums. Had a possum in the house. A couple of weeks ago before I left, I felt something skittering across my bed. Now I have a big California king bed. And I'd been sound asleep, but it woke me up. So I just turned on the light for my phone, and I didn't know what I was seeing. I thought it was a field rat, because we get them up here, and they're not huge. They're big, but they're not overly huge. But it bothered me. So I got up and I set all the traps. Went back to bed, didn't think anything of it. Went and had the event that weekend and forgot all about it. Got back home, and Monday night, I felt something skittering across the bed. Not near me, but on the bed. It rustled some papers or something. I reached up and I turned on the light. And there it was, possum. Now this possum, it wasn't an adult, but it wasn't a baby either. I thought, all right, let me go get some fruit out of the freezer. I'll put it in the live cage, the live trap, and see if that works. Didn't want nothing to do with it. And I thought to myself, what is it that I did a couple of years ago when I had possum in the house? Because they seem to find their way in no matter how many holes I seem to plug up. And then I remembered somebody had recommended putting a can of sardines in there. Now, I don't eat sardines, but I went down to the store and I got another can. I hot glued it to the base plate of the live trap and then cracked it open just enough for them to get the whiff of the sardines. And sure enough, got up this morning, and there he was, caught in the trap. And he just looked at me. Poor little thing was so scared. I mean, he really looked scared. And he backed up into a corner, and I said, I promise you you're going to be okay. I'm going to take you up to the woods. I'm going to release you. And I was feeling kind of sad, because somehow or another, I didn't want to let this precious little thing go. But I know the damage they do into this house. Now, they're fine for outside. They eat ticks and stuff. But when they're in the house, they mess all over the place. They'll eat through your wires. They do make a mess. So, put them in the back of the truck, and up to the woods I go. And I get out, and I release them, and I lay out the can of sardines, taking the top off and dumping them on the ground, because I don't want them to get hurt by getting into the sharp edges. I said, I promise you, you're going to be okay. I'm so sorry you can't live in my house. I feel bad, but I got to let you go. You're better off here. Honest you are. I don't know if I was trying to convince that possum or convince myself. Poor little thing. Anyway, I came home. I started working. I thought, I need to go in the workroom and bag up some beads. So here I am. Big boxes of beads, putting them in plastic bags, getting them ready to go up with me next weekend. And I looked down the floor, and out from out from under the table comes this little itty bitty possum. I swear it could have fit in the palm of my hand. He was so tiny. I thought, oh my gosh, how many of them are you in this house? Well, I wasn't going back down to buy any more sardines, so I did open up a can of tuna. I eat a lot of tuna. Open up a can of tuna, did the same thing, set the trap. Don't know whether it's going to be heavy enough to even trigger the trap off or not. I was telling a friend of mine about it, and she said, oh, we're going to call you the possum lady. Are you the possum lady? I don't think so. You know, possum is a sign of prosperity. And if that's the sign that I need prosperity, or prosperity is coming my way, I'm all for it. You know, before this happened this morning, you know, I'd been thinking about somebody that's been in my life for a while who thinks they're taking advantage of me, thinks they're pulling the wool over my eyes, thinks that I don't see the picture. In my heart, it's saying, you don't want to tread these waters. If you tread these waters, you'd better know how to swim. So why are they still in my life? Timing. It's all in the timing. No, I don't need this particular person in my life. I probably am in their life for a very specific reason. You never know. I know my eyes are wide open. I know this is probably going to be the last year that I see this person. I'm fine with that. Served its purpose, this relationship did. I wonder how many of you have that kind of relationship with somebody in your life that you need to let go of. You know you need to let go of. You're hesitant to let go of. You're apprehensive to letting them go. But you know you need to let them go. And that's very true, but it is all in timing. For me, sometimes it just takes that long for me to decide to let someone go, and I do. There's so much hurt in this world. So much pain in this world. And it shows itself in so many ways. I know people love to cuss and swear and tear and carry on, think they're really tough when they do that, but they're not. I know people that are narcissistic and can't keep friends around and wonder why. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. I give them all the love they can hold. My arms are always open for hugs. To the right people. Don't get me wrong. Somebody has wanted to hug me, and I backed up and held my hand up and said, no, thank you. Because I knew them for what they were, a snake in the grass. Don't have nothing to do with those kind of people. I'm happy for those who have a spouse to be with every day, do things with, spend time with, travel with. I'm not so lucky. Doesn't mean that it won't happen one day. Heaven knows. Well, the sun is going down. I've got one more dream catcher to make. That'll give me 20 for this upcoming event. And then I've got a black puma that I'm beating. I want to finish doing that so tomorrow I can put the backing on it. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Make your weekend as phenomenal as you are. You know you're loved. If you don't remember anything else, remember, I love you. Have a great weekend.